Hey guys, Ronin Reaper here. So yep, it's that time of the week. I'm outside the cinema, and this is what I'm really looking forward to. I'm about to head in to see Alien Romulus. Yeah, this is of course from the same guy that brought us the 2013 Evil Dead film. So, off the basis of that, yeah, in Fede Alvarez we trust. So yeah, I'm really excited to see what he'll bring to the Alien franchise. So yeah, I'm gonna head in, get my snacks, get my seat, and go see Alien Romulus. So yeah, I've got my popcorn here, a Sprite, closest colour to the Xenomorph's acid blood I could find, ready to watch it wreak havoc.
Team you up with some serious talent and get creative. Fail a few times.
I listen to the Angry Forget!
So yeah, Alien Romulus. I was really looking forward to seeing this. This looked like it would be taking the approach of Prey, wherein it would be a sort of straightforward film which attempts to take the franchise right back to basics and get to the heart of what made its classic original installments work so well. But what really sold me on that is that this would be coming to us from Fede Alvarez, who, going off the strength of his Evil Dead film, which, is a properly gnarly, brutal, violent, nasty, just bloodbath of a film. It is a ton of fun. So naturally, I was really looking forward to seeing what he would bring to the Alien franchise. But does the film deliver the franchise reinvigoration that it so promises? Let's find out. So the film follows Rain, who lives on the mining colony of Jackson Star with her synthetic brother Andy. One day, Rain learns from a group of her friends of a derelict spacecraft which contains just enough cryopods for the whole group of them to make a 9-year-long off-planet journey. And so they head up to this craft, which turns out to be a space station containing the vessels Romulus and Remus. However, when they get there, they end up in for a lot more than they had initially bargained for, as they soon end up fighting for their lives against an infestation of xenomorphs. So, yeah, look, this, of course, very nearly went straight to Disney Plus, almost like Prey. But then someone at Disney actually saw sense and decided to release this in cinemas, because horror films like this, they are made for the big screen. And even without the sort of franchise pedigree of Alien, yeah, they made the right decision. This was a really, really enjoyable film that, is just, primed for the big screen experience. I mean, what I like is that, it does attempt to inject some new life into the franchise, It certainly does borrow ingredients from previous installments, especially the first two, sort of taking the approaches of Ridley Scott and James Cameron and sort of mixing them up and creating something new. And yes, there are callbacks in here, and they are, as the film is maybe a little reliant on these. They didn't bother me as much as I was expecting it to, but but it does feel a bit like they're on safety mode here. The film is strong enough on its own that fans would be pleased by it, but but yeah, saying that, it does do a good job of delivering its own distinct identity that also does feel perfectly in line with the franchise, because my god, this thing is just an absolute feat of craftsmanship. The set design is absolutely incredible. There's some really wonderful creature effects for the alien. There's some really gnarly gore effects here. Obviously, there's definitely CGI thrown into the mix. but it's done so well that it actually does enhance the, you know, oozing practicality throughout. It's so good, and it's shot gorgeously. The cinematography is wonderful. It's got this ominous, shadowy, eerie lighting that wonderfully creates this great sense of atmosphere, and it's that atmosphere that is wonderfully enhanced by great sound design and a strong score from Benjamin Wallfish. Like, my God, this thing is so well made, and yeah, it means that it has a very tense atmosphere. There's some really great suspenseful sequences, and there's even the odd jump scare in here, which actually did catch me off guard. It's really great stuff. Now, obviously, it's not perfect on that front. By now, I think you've heard about a fairly prominent CGI addition. If you haven't, I won't get too much into specifics, but if you imagine it like Grand Moff Tarkin in Rogue One or Egon Spengler in Ghostbusters Afterlife, you're probably not too far off the mark. And obviously it's already sort of doing that, climbing up that slippery slope of just because you could doesn't mean you should. And also just looks really weird and uncanny anyway. Why does it have this much screen time? Like you know, that aside, the film's production value and visuals and technical stuff is fantastic. But this atmosphere, the scares wouldn't work nearly as well if I didn't feel invested in the characters. Now obviously, sort of in keeping with the rest of the franchise, it takes its time to very much set up the characters and their sort of larger dynamic. So it means that yes, when shit goes down, we are invested in them, and it helps that the core group of characters here are very likable. So you sort of want them to come out okay, and even when violent shit does happen, it feels shocking. It feels earned. You really do feel the weight of it. And obviously, in particular, the sort of heart of the film is the relationship between Rain and Andy. Yeah. Sort of like brother sister type relationship, yeah. He is very much programmed to, care for her and protect her, and obviously, throughout the events of the film, she is very much trying her best to do the same. It's really great, handled with a level of sincerity, and and has plenty of great emotional scenes. It's sold wonderfully by a pair of great performances from Keely Spaney and especially David Johnson. He is really good as Andy, very much balancing the sort of soulless android, sort of very much playing the defects really well, and like sort of even imbuing it with a sort of sense of humanity. He is really great here. And of course, it's that investment in these characters which carries right through to the final act, which don't get me wrong, does really does right by these characters, but also delivers some big swings. This goes kind of absolutely nuts with some bold creative decisions in here, which as in the and it's in this final act that Alvarez's distinct identity for the film really shines through here. It's bold, it's unexpected, and it is goddamn entertaining. Yeah, a really strong end to the film. And yeah, overall, Alien Romulus, I did really enjoy this film. Sure, it does maybe play itself a little safe at points, and yeah, again, that CGI edition can fuck right off. but it's got great atmosphere, it's got great scares, it's suitably violent, even if not as much of an all-out bloodbath as Evil Dead was. And it's just a fantastically made film that definitely you should see on the big screen. It's definitely made for that communal cinema experience. And yeah, overall, Alien Romulus, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. So yeah, let me know down in the comments, have you seen Alien Romulus? What did you think of it? Would you like to see Alvarez direct another Alien film? What's your favorite in the franchise? And without getting into spoilers, what did you make of that? Yeah, so let me know all that down in the comments. Don't forget the thumbs up button if you enjoyed. Don't forget the subscribe button if you're new. And don't forget to turn on post notifications so you don't miss an upload.